Let's be honest. If you're a millennial or Gen Z, you grew up hearing one mantra, do what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. It was everywhere, on posters and graduation speeches, from relatives who meant well. We believed it. We thought we'd turn our passions into paychecks, become artists, writers, non-profit heroes. We took out loans for degrees in fields that sounded inspiring but didn't always pay the bills. The promise? Money would follow passion. The reality? For many, the money got lost and now we're juggling side hustles, drowning in debt and feeling burned out. The dream job became a string of underpaid gigs and endless pressure to perform passion 24/7. We check emails late at night not because we have to, but because we feel we're not living the dream hard enough. The do what you love mantra made us feel like failures if our job was just a job. If you're not bursting with creative energy every day, you're doing it wrong, or so we were told. This disconnect between expectation and reality is huge. We were promised fulfillment, but got precarity. We were promised passion, but ended up with anxiety. It's time to question who this advice really benefits. Because spoiler, it's usually not us. Let's pull back the curtain on the passion career myth. So where did do what you love even come from? It's not ancient wisdom, it's a modern invention. After 1-2, our grandparents valued stability, steady job, house, pension. But baby boomers, growing up in prosperity, started asking, but am I happy? Enter Steve Jobs, telling graduates, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Inspiring, sure, but not exactly a blueprint for everyone. The message stuck, becoming the anthem of the new economy. As job security faded, individualism rose. You are your own brand, your own CEO, success or failure, all on you. Do what you love made insecurity sound like opportunity. No stable job, you're a freelancer, an entrepreneur. Work became self-expression, the centerpiece of identity. But this narrative ignores the economic realities most people face. It was a beautiful promise, sold to a generation about to face crisis after crisis. And the people selling it? They benefited most from our cheap, passionate labor. The dream was never as accessible as it sounded. It was a story designed to serve the system, not the worker. Let's talk numbers, because passion jobs don't pay. Artists, dancers, journalists, nonprofit workers, most earn less than the national median. Even those who make it often struggle to get by. Journalism? Newsrooms have shrunk, salaries stagnated, layoffs are constant. Nonprofits? Burnout is a badge of honor, and pay is so low you might qualify for your own services. This isn't a bug, it's a feature of the passion economy. When work is a calling, employers gain leverage. There's always someone willing to do it for less. Wages drop, demands rise, all in the name of the mission. You're told to sacrifice for the family, but the real winner is the bottom line. Passion becomes a currency that devalues labor. The most dedicated workers are the most exploited, told to be grateful for meaningful work. It's a system that burns out idealists and rewards only the top. The gateway to the passion economy? Unpaid internships. It's called opportunity, but it's really free labor. Who can afford to work for free in expensive cities? Only those with family money. This keeps creative fields exclusive. Talent takes a back seat to privilege. The justification? Exposure. But you can't pay rent with a byline or a shout-out. Companies ask for free work, and people are afraid to demand pay for fear of seeming ungrateful. This culture teaches us our skills have no value, setting the stage for low pay later. If you worked for free once, why pay you now? The system exploits passion, calling it paying dues. But let's be real, it's wage theft, plain and simple. It's time to call it out and demand better. For our parents, the path to stability was clear job, house, retirement. For us, that map was shredded. Instead, we got do what you love. We entered the workforce during economic crisis, loaded with debt. The cost of living soared, wages stagnated, and homeownership became a fantasy. We're the best educated generation but financially worse off than our parents. The passion narrative distracted us from systemic problems, blaming individuals for economic hardship. Can't afford a house? Not passionate enough? Struggling with debt? Wrong passion? It's societal gaslighting, making us blame ourselves for broken systems. The promise of stability through passion was always false. The bait was passion. The switch was permanent insecurity. The cruel twist? Do what you love is a fast track to burnout. When your job is your passion, boundaries vanish, work and life blur. Your hobby becomes your survival, and the pressure to perform is relentless. Every project must be a masterpiece. Every day, proof of your dedication. Your identity fuses with your job. Failure at work feels like failure as a person. This is toxic for mental health, leaving no room for rest or self-worth outside work. Passion-driven workplaces glorify overwork. Late nights, skipped vacations, constant hustle. It's a race to sacrifice the most, but it's unsustainable. Burnout isn't just tiredness, it's exhaustion, cynicism, and loss of joy. The dream job becomes a nightmare you can't escape. Millennials and Gen Z are burning out in droves. This isn't personal weakness, it's a broken system. So, how do we escape the passion trap? Start with this. It's okay for your job to just be a job. Work can be a transaction, skills for money, and that's enough. Your job doesn't have to define you or be your life's purpose. A job can simply fund the life you actually want to live. Separate your income from your identity. You are not your job title. When work is just work, you can set boundaries, take time off, and protect your real passions. Love baking? Maybe keep it a hobby, not a business. When you don't have to monetize your hobbies, they stay joyful. This isn't giving up, it's being strategic. A steady job isn't failure, it's a foundation. Build a meaningful life outside the office, community, relationships, personal pursuits. Find your meaning on your own terms, that's real freedom. We need a new definition of success. For too long it's been about job titles, paychecks, and prestige. Social media's hustle culture makes it worse. Everyone's grinding, everyone's exhausted. But what if success was about stability? About having enough, not always chasing more? What if it was about free time, time for family, friends, and yourself? A good job isn't always cool or creative. It might just offer security, benefits, or flexibility. We should value stability and respect over passion and prestige. Let's celebrate healthy work-life balance, not endless ambition. Success should be self-defined. A good, simple life is enough, and that's worth celebrating. Here's the bottom line. Do what you love is outdated and harmful. It was a promise from another era, now leading to debt, exploitation, and burnout. It asks us to sacrifice stability and mental health for passion, benefiting employers more than us. We need a new dream. That doesn't mean settling for miserable jobs. Meaningful work still matters. But meaning isn't exclusive to passion careers. You can find meaning in stability, in service, in being a good colleague or parent. The goal is a life where meaning and sustainability go hand in hand. Individually, we need to set boundaries, protect our passions, and define success for ourselves. But we also need systemic change, better pay, worker protections, and an end to unpaid labor. The new dream isn't loving your job so much you do it for free. It's about a society where everyone has a good, stable job and the freedom to build a meaningful life. That's a dream worth fighting for.